welcome to this edition of Newsleader on 6. Today is Tuesday, September the 8th, 2015. I'm Jim Fuller.
And I'm Andrew Todd. In tonight's news, the Tennessee Walking Horse National Celebration concluded Saturday night, and concerns over the inspection process by federal inspectors at the celebration has prompted Congressman Scott DesJarlais to say he may ask for congressional hearings on the issue. We'll take you to the 19th annual Houma Wildcat Tailgate Party, and we'll talk to the Manchester City Recreation Director about their amazing family night program. We'll have all these stories and more on tonight's Newsleader on 6.
Let the Smokehouse be your mountain getaway destination in beautiful Monteagle, Tennessee. Enjoy our cabins, restaurant, and old general store. Shop thesmokehouse.com featuring homemade barbecue sauces, jellies, and many other fine Tennessee products. Our live Music on the Mountain series features some of the best local and Nashville talent every Friday and Saturday night, 6:30 p.m. No cover, kids welcome.
It's time for every family and business in Houma to go green and recycle. Houma Public Works makes it simple and easy to recycle. Just place your recyclable materials, paper, plastic, aluminum, and cardboard beside your garbage container on the same day your garbage is picked up. Your recycled materials don't have to be in a fancy container. Recycling is not only the right thing to do, it makes sense. Recycling pays. Paying to bury our garbage costs each of us. Please do your part. Let's go green, Houma, and recycle.
Welcome back. The 77th Annual Tennessee Walking Horse Celebration concluded Saturday night as I Am Jose, trained and ridden by Casey Wright, won his third consecutive World Grand Championship. This prestigious win makes I Am Jose only the second horse in the history of the celebration to win the World Grand Championship 3 years in a row. He is owned by Billy and Debbie Woods of Lexington, Tennessee. The Reserve World Grand Championship honors went to He's by the Blue and Chad Williams for Gail Holcomb of Marina Del Rey, California. Placing third was Jen's Black Maverick, ridden by Bill Calloway for Keith and Lorraine Rosberry of Shelbyville.
The otherwise hugely successful celebration was marred somewhat by federal inspectors from the USDA who disqualified 25 horses on Saturday night. According to the Walking Horse Report magazine, those horses had previously passed industry inspections 128 times in 2015, with USDA inspectors present for 86 of those inspections. For the celebration, the USDA disqualified 163 horses that previously passed inspection by show HIO DQPs. For the weekend of championship classes, the USDA disqualified 38 horses, with all but a couple of those horses already being passed by USDA VMOs in their qualifying classes earlier in the week. The 163 horses disqualified by the USDA had passed inspection 750 times in 2015 prior to the celebration, with the USDA present for 470 of those inspections, or 63% of the time.
In an article captioned, "Influenced, Incompetent, or Both," the Walking Horse Report says prior to the celebration, horses had potential SCAR rule violations only 1.2% of the time, yet those same horses under the care of the same professionals had potential SCAR rule violations 10.4% of the time at the celebration. The competence and credibility of federal inspectors has created such a stir that United States Congressman Scott DesJarlais and his staff visited the celebration to see for themselves. Congressman DesJarlais now says he may request a congressional hearing on the matter. Congressman DesJarlais spoke to a group of over 1,000 equine enthusiasts last Thursday evening.
It's frustrating when we have to step in from a government perspective to try to make an event like this a success. It seems like we're living in a world of big government that tends to regulate us at every turn, and even at sporting events. Doesn't matter if it's the NFL, Major League Baseball, or walking horse celebration. We have Big Brother looking over our shoulder, and if there's corruption going on within a government agency, then that's where someone like me needs to step in. I've had the privilege of representing a lot of you for the past 3 years since they redrew Shelbyville and Bedford County into the district, and I've been learning more and more about the walking horse industry. I've spent quite a bit of time reviewing some of the information over the past several years that are leading up to what's transpiring at this event. And frankly, I have a lot of questions that I would like answered. I think the Humane Society of the U.S. does not like this event at all. I think they want to see it go away. And I know that they were primary sponsors of the Whitfield bill. They wanted to testify at a hearing, and Mrs. Whitfield felt that that would be a bad idea because I think she said that Republicans don't like the Humane Society. You know, that's about as ridiculous as the war on women. There's nobody sitting here tonight that wants to see horses soared. You're here because you love these animals, you care about these animals, and you enjoy the sport. The numbers of horses being failed for the show just don't add up. You know, Tina Jones, who was just walking up in a purple jacket there, I want to recognize her. She spent a lot of long hours here at the show last year and this year watching these inspections take place. And we are noticing as we dissect the numbers of how many horses are being rejected, there seems to be a difference on nights where there is a congressional presence and nights when there's not. That's ridiculous. That shouldn't happen. The fact that 4,500 horses went through inspection leading up to August 1st, and there was a rejection rate of about 2%. But then we get to the celebration, the Super Bowl, if you will, of the walking horse industry. We're seeing a couple things happen. First of all, through last night, 850 horses inspected and 170 failed. That's 20%. Big difference than the 2% that went on with the same horses, same VMOs throughout the year. I'm going to be over visiting with the VMOs tonight. I'd like to ask Dr. Gibson to explain that discrepancy in those numbers. And that's something that I'd like to look through in our position on the Agricultural Subcommittee of Livestock. I plan to talk with Mike Conaway, who's the chairman of the committee, next week, and you know, we're going to see about moving forward, because I'm convinced that there is a need for further investigation and possibly a hearing to see whether or not whether or not there's targeting going on. You know, I sat through grueling hours of a hearing on the IRS targeting of conservative groups in a presidential election. We have the EPA Waters of the U.S. rule that has been bypassing Congress, and I can go on and on about the abuses in Congress. And if the USDA and APHIS and HSUS are being bad actors, then that needs to be exposed.
And we'll hear more from Congressman Desjardins on Thursday's newscast. Stay with us, more Newsleader on 6 right after this.
It's new car discount season at Stan McNabb Chevy, and we have prices that'll beat anybody else. New vehicles up to $17,000 off. Check out this brand new 2014 Chevy Impala, the flagship sedan, only $20,900. Chevy, Buick, GMC, Cadillac. Stan McNabb has all the new car brands you love in one location. And don't forget, we'll match or beat any dealer's price or give you a check for $500. And check us out online or schedule your service at stanmcnabb.com.
Hey everybody, I'm John Harris.
My name is Cass Barnes.
We just wanted to make you all aware of the first annual Tella Houma Alumni Coffee Pot game. It's going to be at Coffee County Middle School on their varsity football field. It's going to be September 19th, 2015.
I'm playing quarterback and I'm one of the team captains.
Also a team captain, I'm playing left guard and defensive tackle. This is very important that we get community support and involvement with this program. It's going to be one of the biggest revenue generators for the Tella Houma Quarterback Club, and we're estimating anywhere from $5,000 to $10,000 of additional revenue that we can start bringing in to the Tella Houma Quarterback Club on a residual basis for each of these games that we do. So we look forward to your support and hope to see you there.
To come out and support your Tella Houma Wildcats.
Welcome back. Newsleader's Philip Scoggins stopped by the Manchester Recreation Center on Friday and spoke with Director Bonnie Gamble about their amazing Family Night program.
Welcome to our amazing Family Night here at the Manchester Parks and Recreation Complex. Tonight we're having our free event where families can come in with their families and children and swim, get healthy snacks. Tonight we're giving free flu shots away thanks to Walgreens. This is the first that we'll have for this year. It's open from 7 to 9. It's again free. We'll have another one on October 9th. But tonight we probably will see between 250 and 300 people because the outdoor pool is open, so that attracts a lot of children, and it happens to be tonight where we had a 90-degree day, so people are happy that the outdoor pool is open. So this is one of our most well-attended events. Again, we allow the rec complex open to families who possibly could not afford to come regularly, so they get this opportunity. The kids are really excited to have the time to come.
I'm Leslie Brassfield. I'm with Manchester City Schools, and I do the coordinated school health program for them. Tonight I'm here to do blood pressures, height and weight, BMI screenings. I have some information for parents and students about the importance of breakfast at school. I'm very proud to be a part of Family Fun Nights. It's been going on for several years, and it's actually started as part of a grant-funded program from a Project Diabetes grant with the state of Tennessee, and we've been fortunate enough to have it be sustainable now just through community support. We get to see a lot of our community here, and people can access some services or some information about services here that they might not be able to access at any other place in the community.
For us, this is sort of a crazy Labor Day weekend because we have a unique race that started today, Friday, at 6 a.m. It's called Race for the Ages, and it'll go on all the way through Labor Day. And what it is a gathering of ultra marathoners, some of them in their 80s, 70s, and 60s, are sort of having a reunion and coming back. They have marked off and certified a 1-mile course, and they will run that course, and the time that they are allowed to run is based on their age. So if you're 58 years old, you have 58 hours to run and see how far you can run. Now, of course, people do need to sleep. They need to eat and take a nap. So it's not necessarily they're going to run for straight 58 hours, but again, they're going to challenge themselves. Some of them are challenging themselves to put in 100 miles by the time it ends on Labor Day. So that's a very unique opportunity. We have people from 35 states represented that have come here, 183 of these runners and their families. If you come by Fred Denman Park, you're going to see the tents all pitched along the river as they have opportunities and rest stations for themselves. And then the Star Mini Triathlon, which has 150 participants, is tomorrow, Saturday, and of course that's where they swim 400 yards, bike for 13 miles, and then run a 5K 3.1 miles, and that'll take place Saturday. So the Greenway is going to have a lot of use this weekend, and then Monday, Labor Day, is our last day for the outdoor pool to be open. However, we have one more big event for the pool, and that is our Dog Day at the pool, our pool party for dogs, and that is Saturday, September 12th. So if you have a dog that's been looking forward to a chance to get wet and sort of have some fun with other dogs, come to the Recreation Complex on Saturday, September 12th at 10 a.m.
We'll be right back after these messages.
Trucks, trucks, and more trucks. Russell Barnett Ford of Tella, Houma, and Winchester is your home for both new and pre-owned trucks. We have a huge selection of over 200 trucks to choose from. Check us out on the web at russellbarnett.com and view our great selection. We are your truck headquarters, and we want to be your one-stop shop. That's Russell Barnett Ford of Tella, Houma, and Winchester, your truck headquarters. Trucks, trucks, and more trucks. Why buy anywhere else?
All right, the cat's out of the bag at Carroll Street Liquor in Tullahoma. Now you know where to go if you're planning a get-together and want the ideal wine or spirit. Party planning can be stressful, but at Carroll Street Liquor you'll find everything you need. Mixers, gift sets, and all of your favorite spirit brands. So if you're feeling the pressure to pull off the ideal party, come to Carroll Street Liquor and select among the seemingly endless supply of wines, spirits, gift sets, and more. Your perfect party, it's in the bag with Carroll Street Liquors.
Here at Manchester Funeral Home, we know the importance of living and working in our local community because it's those families who we serve during their time of need honorably. We believe in supporting local business and offer only 100% Batesville caskets, the best in the industry and a driver of our local economy. If you want straightforward and fair pricing while working with the people you know, choose Manchester Funeral Home, serving your community since 1932. And pre-planning and pre-funding can be the best gift you ever leave your loved ones. Call us to pre-arrange. Manchester Funeral Home. Our family, caring for your family since 1932.
Welcome back. LightTube and First Vision Bank combined to hold the 19th annual Tullahoma Wildcat Tailgate Party last Friday prior to the Wildcats' first home game. Newsleader's John Gray was there and brings us this report.
And there's a table full of Tullahoma High School THS Wildcat cowbells. They're selling for $5. Look at those gals. Can you play one? Yeah, everybody needs a cowbell. It's tailgate time. It's football time in Tullahoma.
Go, Cats, go!
And here comes the football team marching in and cheerleaders. They'll be signing autographs today at the tailgate party like they always do. Look, there's that LightTube crew right there putting on this tailgate party today. Appreciate what y'all do here every year for this football team. All right, there's Chelsea with LightTube, and she just let everybody know what. Tell me again what's going on here today.
Well, TUB, LightTube, and First Vision Bank have partnered up for several years now to bring the THS tailgate party to Fraser McEwen. So we're going to be having a pep rally, face painting with the cheerleaders. People will be able to get free shirts for the first K through 8th graders that come in, and they can get them signed by the high school football players back here. And then we'll hear from Coach John Olive to round out the event.
All right, and that's put on by your LightTube and First Vision Bank.
Yeah, good partnership. We're thankful for First Vision for partnering with us.
There you go. Bank kids aren't here yet, but the Cats are. There's all these Wildcats up in here getting ready to sign autographs. Look at them. There's my buddy Mike Finn. There you go. Mikey. Look at him. Look at him. Look at that little smile. Huh? Looking good. Looking good. Ladies and gentlemen, right here, look at that. Look at that grin. Gonna sign some autographs today for all these young people. Love that Wildcat football. Here's a whole nother bunch of them right here. Look at there. Huh? Look at there. And guys getting ready to sign autographs here. It's our 2015 Wildcat football team. And cheerleaders. Look at these cheerleaders down here smiling and happy. All right. Look at that. Wildcat football! Yeah! Tailgate! Hey, can you be louder? Let me hear you! That's Wildcat football right there. Look at all of them. All right. Yeah, that's what it's all about. Go Cats! All right, there's the Tullahoma High School marching band coming in right there. And they'll be playing for us just a little bit later on at the 2015 Tullahoma High School tailgate party. All right, as you can see right now, there are people all over everywhere getting their t-shirts signed by the Tullahoma Wildcat football team. Look at there, there's trouble right there. Look at them, he's happy. This is a great event for the young children to get to meet the football players.
Number one fan, right?
There's Tullahoma's #1 fan right there. Go Wildcat.
Go Wildcat.
Glad to have you at, I don't know how many. What number is this for the 19th? I knew it was 1997, I think, the first time we had one of these. And I cannot say thank you enough to TUB and First Vision Bank for keeping this tradition going. We appreciate all the young Wildcats coming out here today. Hope you're having a great time. Band, great job. Hope you're able to find a little rest before you perform tonight. But y'all do a great job and keep it up. Great spirit. Cheerleaders, thanks. And we hope to see all you all at the ball game tonight as we play the best team in our district, the Marshall County Tigers. It's going to be a Wildcat night. Let's get after them.
We'll be right back with more Newsleader on 6.
All I have to do to think about what I was physically before and what I am now, and I don't ever want to go back to that original situation.
The overall mission of the rehab team is always what is best for the patient and how we can facilitate maximum potential from every resident.
Well, the most important thing to me is that I'm allowed to do whatever I want to do, you know.
Everyday miracles at Life Care Center of Tullahoma.
We're losing it, Doctor.
Not on my shift. Quickly, brush. Roller.
What a transformation. It's gonna be okay.
Okay, nothing.
At Paintworks of Tullahoma, we specialize in domestic emergencies with Martin Senior Paints. You can be the paint doctor too when you treat your home with Martin Senior interior and exterior finishes.
Doctor, we've got another one.
Got you covered.
Paintworks of Tullahoma. Come see the paint doctor, Stat.
Welcome back. The Shelbyville Golden Eagles improved their record to 3-0 Friday night with a 42-21 win over Summit. Jim spoke with head coach Jason Hardy about the game.
Another big win for the Golden Eagles last night. You now moved to 3-0, Coach Hardy. Give us a little overview of last night's game.
Well, it was obviously it was a good night for coming away with a victory, and not only just a victory. Our first district, or I guess now called region victory, so it was a good start. It was probably the hottest game of the year, even though it was the third game, and I was a little worried about that going in. And overall we played pretty well. I felt like it was, everything with the heat, the humidity, the horse show week, not being in school, it felt like maybe we were a step slow, and but we still rallied around and didn't have the perfect night, but still did enough to come away with a victory, and that's a testament to our leaders on the team, that even though you don't play your best football, you still come away with a win.
Final score, by the way, folks, was 42-21. What about some of the individuals? I know Cunningham looked like he had a good game. So did Michael Eddings.
Yeah. Mason, he threw for about 200 yards and 2 touchdowns, and ran for another touchdown and had about 50 yards rushing, so dual threat right there. Michael had a great night. He only carried it 14 times, but had 170 yards rushing and 2 TDs. And really, Michael probably didn't even carry the ball in the fourth quarter, maybe once or twice, so his stats really came in the first 3 quarters. Amari Dandy, a kid that, the senior, good wide receiver for us, he had a touchdown reception and a touchdown on special teams. Just thought he had a really good night as well. And overall, I thought a lot of people played well. Trevin Bailey had a good night on offensive line for us, with Trey Kelso. Trey Kelso, our center, last week was his first week, had another good week on offense. Last night he played defensive line, outside linebacker, and inside linebacker. So we're really just trying to find places to get him on the field, but he had a good night as well.
Okay. Sente Muse caught a long touchdown pass, I believe, as well, did he not?
Yeah.
It sounded like he was the fastest guy out there at that time.
Yeah, 2 weeks in a row, Sente's had a big long touchdown pass from Mason, and the long touchdown he had was a beautiful pass from Mason. It was probably 50-yard pass, and just hit him in stride, and he was off to the races. And Sente's really had a good last couple of weeks. And Sente's not very big. I mean, he's probably 5'4" and 140 pounds, but he can scoot. And, we try to find ways to get him the football, whether it's running or throwing it short, and then obviously we can throw it deep to him as well. So it's nice to have him, and really all of our guys are a threat to score any given play.
I don't guess I realized this because it's quite common in high school football, but I didn't know that Eddings played on defense, but I heard his name called a number of times last night.
Yeah, he's another kid that he's really an outside linebacker, and we feel like we've got 2 good ones that start. So Michael kind of spot plays on defense. Well, last night we put him in at a couple of different positions, and his motor and his level when he goes hard is just so different than some of the other kids that we played against. And he was just a beast last night on the defensive side. He's in the backfield making plays. He had at least 2 tackles for loss. He wants to play defensive line all the time, and he's a kid that's played cornerback, played outside linebacker, and now he's at a defensive line. So a great athlete, and you're a great athlete, you can play anywhere.
The Tullahoma Wildcats sustained their 3rd loss of the season last Friday at the hands of Marshall County. John Gray spoke with Coach Olive on Saturday morning about the loss.
Marshall County come to town.
We did.
Obviously and you had said this before, the best team in our division.
I think they're the best in our region.
Or region, excuse me. I don't know why I keep saying division.
Page looked pretty good Thursday night on TV against Spring Hill in winning. But I think that Marshall County overall, Coach Osteen has an outstanding football team. They have some big physical kids. You'll see that they have some really athletic young men.
Yes, they do.
And one of their best athletes didn't play last night. a wide receiver, and I'm not sure why he did or didn't. I saw him out there in warm-ups without a helmet on, but I don't know if they were testing during warm-ups and then decided he wasn't on play or whatnot. But they're an outstanding football team. They were ranked in the top 10 in our state and our classification, and they
it was
put
obvious.
it on us pretty quickly. And the most frustrating thing for us, there were sometimes we just get out athleted. All right, not a whole lot we can do about that.
No.
There's other times that we're not in the position where we've been coached to be. That bothers me. Part of it's growing pains. Example, we're trying to run the first half out, and David checks to a quick pass that's incomplete, so it stops the clock. That's teachable moments.
Right.
All right. Now, it's painful teachable moments, but it's teachable moments. Yeah. And then, for some of our young men who had a rough night, I just told them, I said, you're either going to let this game right here either make you a better football player or it's going to break you.
Right.
And you won't progress any further. And therefore, somebody else will take your job. But all of us have been in those situations, sure. And if it makes us a better football player and a better football team, then from that standpoint, when those guys are out there 20 years from now, 25 years from now, and there's tough things happening to them in life, they'll know that it's already made.
And they will.
They'll already know, I've been through tough things, right, that I thought was tough at the time, and now I realize it was a piece of cake.
Yeah.
But I have learned how to overcome.
How to deal with it.
Because if you let things break you, you know what? It breaks you for the rest of your life.
That's true.
Don't forget to tune in to this week's Living Show tonight at 6:30 p.m., Thursday morning at 9, and Thursday, Friday, and Saturday evenings at 6:30 p.m. This week's guests include artist Mike Martino, who has a new exhibit coming to Motlow. 41A Festival organizers will remind us of all the activities coming to Tullahoma's annual fest. And Kelly Dugan from the Multi-County Cancer Support Network will come by and tell us how you can help neighbors in need. All that and more on this week's Living.
We'll be right back with your weather forecast.
The Kia Summers on Us sales event is going on right now at Russell Barnett Kia of Tullahoma. Let me tell you about this event. Purchase a new Kia Sedona, Kia Optima, Kia Forte, and receive 0% financing up to 66 months and your first 3 payments for free. For a limited time only, no strings attached. With America's best warranty, the 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, Kia is the power to surprise. The Kia Summers on Us sales event going on right now. Why buy anywhere else?
Welcome back. We'll take a look at your weather forecast at this time, starting with your weather history on this day. Our record high was in 1941 at 97 degrees. The record low was in 1932 at 47 degrees. Average high on this day is 85 and the average low is 62. Tonight there's a 20% chance of storms in your forecast with the low expected around 69. Thunderstorms in your forecast for Wednesday with a high of 83 and a low of 68. And those thunderstorms still in the forecast for Thursday with a high of 79 and a low of 64. And that's our newsletter report for this evening. We invite you to join us each Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 6, 8, and 10 for Newsleader on 6. You have a good evening.
Have a great evening.